What a phenomenal sound. Hi guys, Adam here as per usual. Hope you are all well. Really pleasantly surprised. That sounds absolutely awesome. So Quilter sent me over their new Overdrive 200 solid state amp to check out. So what we're going to do is go through kind of some of the features and some of the ideas and concepts behind this amp, some of the stuff that goes into it, what it's to be used for, etc. I'm going to splice in a variety of kind of audio clips from some of my favourite sounds that I've got out of this amp so far. I've had the amp a couple of weeks, about maybe 3 weeks now, you know, a good several hours playtime, and I'm really impressed. This is it, the Quilter Overdrive 200. And it's important to note that the recording, I'll put on the screen kind of the source and everything and the, you know, the settings, but I'm recording through a single SM57, about an inch away from sort of the edge of the speaker, slightly off axis. That's kind of how I like it through that cab. And I'm also running through the DI out as well, and I'll blend in some of the camera mic as well for a bit of that kind of in the room sound. But I'll put on the screen exactly what it is you're hearing. So here it is, Quilter Overdrive 200 manual, you know, reasonably comprehensive. It's a manual, it's an amp, you know how to use it, accessories manual for foot switches, things like that, and then just kind of like a little kind of advert running you through some of the other Quilter products, which are really cool. I think the one that you probably most commonly see is the Pro Block 200, which is this one. You see those quite a bit. Okay, so features, front of the amp, really simple. As you can see, the Overdrive 200. So what you've got is the input, that's the kind of main input from your guitar pedal board. Effects send and effects return, that's an effects loop for those guys who like to use delays, etc. in the loop. Headphone output, and also the foot switch kind of input. You don't get an included foot switch. Quilter state this is just to keep the price down, which is, you know, fair enough, but pretty much any 2-button foot switch will do for flipping channels and selecting the crunch kind of boost in and out. What's really cool about the headphone output jack is if you plug headphones in, it doesn't mute the speaker. However, you can safely then unplug the speaker for absolutely silent recording or silent practicing. This is the clean channel basically, or the low gain channel. You got the gain control, bass, mids, treble, and master. The master's kind of handily labelled sort of roughly in wattage. So from 0 to 200 watts, Overdrive 200, obviously meaning that up to 200 watts of power. So you got from 0 watts, which is silent, all the way around to 200. Now be careful, like I am, I'm only using a 112, I'm using a Warehouse Speakers Veteran 30. So that's obviously a 30 watt speaker, so you don't really want to go above 30 watts or you're going to risk, well, you're not going to risk, you are going to start damaging, breaking that speaker. So I mean, slightly above bedroom volume seems to be about there, which is probably what, 10 watts, something like that. I did have it kind of almost as high as 50 and I thought my house was going to fall down. So this thing absolutely can be gigged. Don't let the size of it put you off. This thing can be gigged, I'm telling you. clipping over to the back. Again, really simple. What I really like this IEC power outlet. The cable that comes with it has a little button that kind of locks in, so it's like a clip and lock system. You have to press the button in to take the cable out, so it means it's not going to accidentally be pulled out. And a variety of speaker outs here. Checking the manual first, you can pretty much use any speakers that you want. Impedance mismatching will not damage this amp either, which is really cool. So you can experiment with kind of different, different impedances, different combinations of cabs and speakers. And finally, a DI or direct out. That basically takes the tap off of the speaker, and you can use it then to go straight DI'd into kind of your recording rig or into the PA, something like that. I'll show you exactly what that sounds like in some of the clips. There's a lot of kind of talk about whether people prefer solid state, people prefer valve. I'm kind of open-minded to a little bit of everything, to be totally honest with you. So I'm more than happy to try this out. I mean, you can get some really valve-like sounds out of this. It is emulating that kind of Dumble and that kind of early Mesa Boogie sort of amplifier. Pat Quilter's designed a really great thing here. Also get a really cool sort of gig bag like carrying case to whack the amp in and a couple of cables, something like that for gigs. I mean, that's ideal. This weighs like 5k maximum 5k. It's just so lightweight. It's just so good, you know what I mean? All of this is made in California, in the USA as well, so you're getting a well-made quality product. Amp is so inspiring. I just wrote that awesome riff and I am sweating. So as you'll hopefully agree, I think this is a really good product. I'm not being paid to say that it's a really good product. I was, however, sent the amp to kind of check out and do a demonstration. I just can't believe how big it sounds with just a 1x12 cab, a couple of pedals in front of it, and a couple of effects in the loop. It's just an unbelievably portable rig. I mean, look at the size of it. Super compact, as you can see, 1x12. I could do most gigs with that setup, and if I needed to run the volume a lot hotter, I just put it in the 2x12 or 4x12, or take the 1x12 but put a speaker in there capable of handling 100 watts, 200 watts, something like that. So this is a super portable rig. It's a very good platform that gives you a very good bass tone of that kind of dumbly clean. A slight sort of Fender blackface clean / slightly crunchy sound, all the way through to a kind of Messer Mark II C plus kind of Fendery based overdrive, and you can get quite a bit of gain out of this thing. But you know, put a tube screamer or a boost pedal or something like that in front of it, as you heard, and you can really make this sing. You can really get close to some of those early Petrucci-ish tones for those kind of into the more kind of heavy metal, progressive metal like me. All that's left to say, guys, is check one out for yourself. I believe there's a couple of dealers, a couple of retailers in the UK. It's very solidly priced. You'll be amazed at when this tiny little box comes in your hand. You'll be amazed at the kind of sounds it produces. Any questions, get in touch, guys. If I don't know the answer, I will forward you on to the Quilter team. Those guys are really great over there. They've treated me very well. And yeah, that's about it, guys. So check out the amp, check out Quilter's other products. Yeah, until next time, take it easy.